And now I'm joined by two of the highest ranked professional bull riders in the world. We have Taylor Toves, ranked number 27, and Ezekiel Mitchell, ranked at number 17. Guys, y'all are both from Texas, but it's your first time here at Fertitta Center. What are your initial thoughts?
This place is awesome. It's little compared to what we usually ride in, so it's gonna feel like everybody's right on top of you, but this is a cool place.
Yeah, what do you think, Ezekiel?
Definitely better to hear my mom in here, so that's right here in the backyard, so we're really just excited to be here.
For sure, for sure. So let's talk about how you kind of got into bull riding, into this industry. I mean, it's pretty tough, but y'all have kind of different stories. And Ezekiel, I want to start with you because you learned, unlike other people start, a lot of people start riding different animals. You learned how to bull ride through watching a computer screen, YouTube videos. How did that come about?
I wanted to ride bulls, and nobody in my family really knew how to ride bulls, so I just started YouTube and stuff and figuring out the basics. And you still have to get on the animals to figure it out, but in a sense, that's where I learned all my fundamentals, is just from watching people.
Watching people, that's how you get it done. And Taylor, you started a little bit earlier in the game. What was your kind of initial thought of, hey, I want to be a bull rider?
I think it was just something I saw when I was a kid, when I was little bitty. I saw it on TV, and it was all I ever wanted to do ever since I was little bitty. And my dad rode bulls when he was younger, before him and my mom got married. So once I got old enough to realize that he had done it too, it kind of really sunk in on me. And like I said, it's just something I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid.
Y'all are ranked pretty high right now, 27 and 17. And Ezekiel, you've already been ranked number 1 in the world after your win at Pendleton Whiskey Velocity in Ontario. How does that feel to have already been ranked number 1 in the world?
It was pretty cool. I know that was kind of like a dream come true to be in that situation, but it was at the beginning of the year, and it's a long season, so it's a marathon, not a sprint, and we're just focused on trying to regain it.
And focusing on that marathon world finals to qualify, if you do qualify, you'll be the first African American to do that in 15 years. Do you feel like you have a lot riding on your shoulders? No pun intended.
Oh no, if I paid attention to the history books, then I'd never be any good at anything. I just really enjoy riding bulls. I love it, so I just try to take it one bull at a time, and if history writes itself, let it write itself, and we'll just be a part of it.
Taylor, you've been riding for 8 years professionally now. What are you doing kind of different this year to qualify for World Finals?
I don't even know. In this sport, it's not really something that you do physically different or anything like that. Sometimes it takes you a little longer to mature in this sport than other guys, and it's taken me obviously a lot longer than I wanted it to, but once you block everything out, you just try to go at every bull the same and clear your head and don't think about all the pressure and the money and the cameras and all that stuff. It makes it a lot easier on yourself, and I feel like I've done pretty good at that this year to be where I'm at now.
And speaking of how you prepare, and everyone has their own kind of routine, is there a formula that all bull riders kind of follow? You have your riding hand in the air, but is there a certain way, a posture, or you're supposed to ride a bull, or is everyone just kind of on their own? What's your style?
Pretty much for bull riders, we're just focused on 2 things, is meeting the rear and meeting the kick. So that's going front to back, not side to side. If you can ride them going straight, you can ride them going any other way.
Have y'all learned like different tactics between the two of you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Bull riders, we're like a big family back there, like a big group of brothers, and if we see each other doing something wrong or something that we think somebody should try, then we definitely chime in and try to get it figured out and
try to help everybody. Yeah. We're all friends here. We're all good buddies, so everybody wants to see everybody do good. So we don't compete against each other. We try to compete against ourselves and just stay on the bulls that we get on. So if I can help him out or he can help me out, we just talk it over and try to fix it.
Now we continue with tonight's Spotlight interview. Here's more of Lauren with professional bull riding stars Ezekiel Mitchell and Taylor Toves.
Any bull rider that says they never thought about getting hurt is a lie.
Broke both bones in my leg in 2016, both bones in my arm right here, collarbone, nose, ribs, all that stuff.
you try to, for the most part, like he was saying earlier, you have to learn how to mentally block stuff like that out, because ultimately this is something you can die at any moment doing. You know, you can die just practicing doing it. So.
And didn't you, Zeke, get your ear ripped off?
Not all the way off.
Oh my
goodness! It got ripped quite a good ways down.
Oh, talk to us about that. How did that even come about?
I was just young and dumb, or younger and dumber, but just wasn't wearing proper equipment, and ultimately I hung to a bull, and he just stepped and grazed my ear, and with a dew claw, and it just happened to split it just right. I mean, like freak accident, but it was just not taking care of the proper equipment that I needed.
Do they ride the same?
No.
Even
everyone's different.
Even the bulls that you've rode that does the same thing every time, they'll feel a little different every time they buck, just because there's a different ground, and I don't know just how they're feeling and stuff. They can be faster one day, slower the next, but they'll never be the exact same. So every bull has a different feel.
And they can always do whatever they want. I mean, they're an animal, so they can do whatever they want when the time comes down to it.
If you weren't bull riding, what would you be doing?
I couldn't tell you.
If I wasn't doing anything besides rodeo, I'd probably try to play football or run track or something. I really enjoyed running track, so I guess.
Have those sports helped you in bull riding?
Making me an overall athlete, having my body tuned up for that. I mean, I don't know, in football I was pretty quick with my feet, so I feel like that helps a little bit with bull riding.